Hi, I'm back again, and this time I'm going to be talking about the moon in Taurus. Now, the moon is thought to be exalted in Taurus because Taurus is quite a stable sign, and so these people have quite stable emotions. They may have had quite a stable childhood, and Taurus is ruled by Venus, so it beautifies everything. And being an earth sign, they may feel very connected to nature, and they may also pertain to finances. So they may be very good at making money and managing their finances. Being ruled by Venus, they could be quite romantic, not in the Pisces way, but in more of a slow and secure way. So they may be quite emotionally secure as people. They may have been given what they needed and wanted from their mother, and that gave them that sense of security because their mother was probably quite stable and not overly emotional. The mother was also probably quite practical, as this is still an earth sign. And although they are slow to provoke, once they get angry, Taurus is known to really blow up. And so you don't want to upset these people because they are quite patient already. And the mother may have been quite patient with them. That's why they're patient with themselves and others. And oftentimes, they may indulge in self-care rituals, in food, in fine dining, they want to indulge the senses. They want to have things going their way, and they want to feel comfortable because it is ultimately a fixed sign. So they like things being done their way. And it's quite interesting. I think Zendaya has a moon in Taurus, and although she seems to be quite an easygoing person, ultimately at the end of the day, she will like things to be done her way. And you will see that Christina Aguilera is a moon in Taurus, so you may find that Taurus moons can end up becoming singers because Taurus rules the voice. I believe that Demi Lovato is also a Taurus moon. Sometimes in the sun sign you will see that as well, with Adele. But with the moon in Taurus, it's closer to you, so you feel it more at a deeper level. The sun is more like you do it consciously. Okay, Prince Harry is Taurus moon. Cameron Diaz. Demi Lovato, like I said. Meryl Streep, that's interesting. Hao Young. Lindsay Lohan. If you know Lindsay Lohan, you know that she hasn't had the best childhood, and she had to really go through a lot of healing and even probably therapy because of the stuff she's gone through as a child actress. And moon in 11th house can point to early fame. She has that, whether they like it or not, because moon, it just happens naturally to you from a young age. So I guess she was able to bring herself back because she eventually, she was able to heal from it. So I guess she was able to bring herself back to her, to heal from her past and to still be herself despite all the challenges she's gone through, because Taurus is fixed and Taurus is grounded and able to stay level-headed. And finances will play an important part to how these people feel emotionally. including like their physical possessions, because that's what makes them feel safe. And if they don't have enough, comforts physically, then they may feel like things are just out of whack, you know. Nicole Scherzinger, another famous singer. And let's see, who else? I know Alyssa Sharp, the famous astrology YouTuber, has a Taurus moon. Melanie Martinez, okay, she's also a Taurus sun, so that's very interesting. Elton John. Quentin Tarantino, is that true? Wow. Kelly Clarkson, she's also a Taurus sun. Pharrell Williams. Eckhart Tolle. J-Hope. Oh, that's interesting. To me, these people, I don't know if I have that many Taurus moon people in my life, but to me, they come across as easygoing, because ultimately it's ruled by Venus, and Venus wants to please, Venus wants to beautify, and it's also ruled by Libra originally, so you know, Libras don't like conflict and are charming, so these people can be charming in their own way. When it comes to relationships, they like to have commitment and the same people, you know, they don't like a lot of change, because fixed signs don't, especially Taurus. Scorpio is rules transformation, so Scorpio may be more comfortable when it comes to changes, but these people are used to their routines. They, even if they break up, they may hang on to people, so they may go back to their exes, and there's something calming about them. They are the opposite of Scorpio, right? So they are the opposite of all these Plutonian themes. So there's something about them that's very calm, and you know that things will work out. So if you want advice, sometimes it's good to go to a Taurus person, because they will give you that practical advice that you need, but it's in a way that you can digest. And I think Alyssa does that really well with her YouTube, where she's a Libra as well, so she's double Venus and Pisces rising, which is a sign that's exalted in Venus. So she comes across as very easy to, her information is very easy to digest to her viewers, and she comes across as someone who's generally quite pleasing to watch, and you can see that in her videos that she really makes it she kind of simplifies things so that people can accept it in a way. Let's see what else we can talk about. Moon in Taurus. So Scorpio rules shared resources, whereas Taurus rules personal resources. So like I said, they may be very good at making money, but it's not through other people. It's more through their own efforts. And the mother may have been the breadwinner at home. The mother may have been the one who, you know, took care of the home financially. But you have to also look at the sun to determine how it played out. Like for Zendaya, she's a Virgo, so both are earth signs, so both parents probably play a part together, but you'll see that making money is more so stronger in the sign of Taurus, especially since it's a fixed sign. And when the moon is transiting Taurus, it's a good time to really do your self-care rituals and be careful of spending, because they can be quite, although it's a stable sign, because it's in the moon sign, especially if it's in the second house, these people can spend based on how they feel. So you have to be careful for impulsive shopping sort of things, if you have this placement or if the moon is transiting in Taurus. And Taurus is about the earth, right? So nature. So I find that some of these people with Taurus placements often enjoy sports, not in the way that Aries does, but in a way that they enjoy being away from, they enjoy being connected to their body, and they enjoy being in like a peaceful, natural state. I don't know how to put this, but you will see in some people that I have a Taurus friend who is very into rock climbing, and it's not in the way of Aries where he goes about it very in a fiery way. He goes about it in a very steady, almost methodical, strategic, and calm manner, and it brings like a sense of calm to them. So you may see less Taurus people in like sports that are like running or that require bursts of energy. They may make very good dancers as well, being ruled by Venus. I know a dance teacher who is a Taurus herself. But with the moon there, you probably keep it more private. The sun there probably shines in the arena, right? But the moon, probably most people won't see it or know that you're probably quite artistic unless you're quite close to them. But moon in Taurus is more trusting than the moon in Scorpio or 8th house. So they may not try to hide this part of them. People may be able to observe that, yes, they are quite artistic in their own way. And when they work towards a goal, they can achieve it in time. They do have the patience to wait. Yes, and they are loyal. So, like, I think most fixed signs, loyalty plays a big part. Partly because they don't like change, but also because once they have a partner in mind, it's very hard for them to change things. They do get attached. I think I covered most of it. They can, within the rising sign, it can show physically that, they're more strong. Like Serena Williams, I believe, is a Taurus rising, and she looks very strong, like a bull. But in the moon, it's more hidden, and it represents the mother. So the mother may have been a very physically strong person, and she may have worked in like a field related to beauty, like being a facialist or a beauty therapist, or she may have gone to finance, being, Taurus being ruled by an earth sign. You have to look at the house placement of the moon as well to figure out what your childhood was like. It could represent siblings as well, but siblings I see more in a 3rd house. Just give me a moment. I think that's most of what I want to cover. I'm not going to cover everything. And then I do want to delve into my tarot a bit for your moon sign, if you're into that. Okay. So, yes, I'm gonna pull some cards. I have this deck, the Work Your Light deck. Okay. So it looks like this. So let's see, what can we get for the moon in Taurus? Now, there are a couple of outer planets in Taurus at the moment. And these are transitional planets. Oh my god, generational planets. Sorry, I've been talking a lot lately, so my brain is just tired. Yes, so outer planets are generational planets, and with your moon there, you'll be especially affected by this on a personal level. So, crumbling, what are you clinging onto? That's very Taurus. They like to cling onto things. Nothing wrong with that, you know, it just is. So the Jupiter is in Taurus protecting you. Uranus is in Taurus, so you may see some erratic, Jupiter is expanding, right? And then Uranus is erratic, so you may see that your finances go up and down quite quickly at this time. Or you may be seeing yourself doing quite well if you're doing online business, or if you're doing your own work online and making money out of it. And true node is in Taurus, so true node in Taurus transit. Node is the head of the dragon, right? That's what they say in Vedic astrology. So node is like the direction you have to take, but I see node more so in natal charts, that it's more like the direction you will go for to usually after 30, unless you have planets conjunct your north node, then you will probably achieve it at an earlier age. It says here the last time the North Node was in Taurus, we see significant earthquake activity. Yes, Taurus rules the earth. So that's interesting to note, especially with Uranus there making the earth, you know, erratic. So it could pertain to environmental issues. I'm not going to go too much into North Node because I like to read it more in the natal chart. But Jupiter and Uranus are in Taurus. So Jupiter is your luck, actually. So luckily there's Jupiter there protecting you. And you may find yourself traveling, you know, more so long-term travel or going back to school, because Jupiter rules higher learning, philosophy, and travels. It rules Sagittarius. So conjunct the moon, you may find that your emotions are more positive at this time, but with Uranus there, you may find that you're more rationalizing your emotions at this time. Some of you may be going to online school with Uranus there. If you're thinking of investing, Uranus is not the safest way to go about it, although Jupiter is there. But Taurus is always concerned about finances, so these people with planets in Taurus will be, when I read for them, they usually ask about the career. Sometimes Scorpios too, but not in the way that Taurus will. Awakening. Energetic upgrades, a new way of being, integration. Why is this card here for Moon in Taurus? And there's a moon there at the corner of the card. Sometimes Taurus can be seen as lazy. They're not lazy. They're just very aware of what they need to feel good. Boundaries. Yes, these people have very clear boundaries. Usually, unless there's 12th house there. It's hard to get to know a Taurus until after a lot of time spent with them, especially. Because they are protective. That's why the opposite end of Taurus is Scorpio. So the similarity is they're both protective and they both have good boundaries. But Scorpio is a water sign, we have to remember. So Scorpio in private may take on other people's emotions. Boundaries. They may even build a very high wall, you know. But this has sometimes I'm seeing here that someone is out of touch with their moon in Taurus. Why the boundaries? Pleiades, double mission, channeling, uplifting humanity. So Taurus can be hard workers as well. Inner temple. Tune into the portal of your heart. But the cards are saying that whoever's watching has sort of overworked themselves, kind of. Almost in a burnout, because in this card, she's like sleeping and she's very tired, right? So there's a moon in Taurus watching that's probably a bit burnt out. Especially if you have Pisces in your chart, and that can make you more sensitive to outside energies. What does moon in Taurus need to hear? Ooh. A whole bunch of cards fell out. I just want to take one. This is my self-care deck. Forgot to introduce. Connect with your ancestors. Yes, Taurus represents, I've heard on the KRS YouTube that it represents your ancestry and history and old things. Although it's not traditionally known for that, but that's what he said. So it's very apt that this card came out, and there's a tree there, you know, family tree, and connect with your womb. I've never gotten that card before. Connect with your womb. Create art. Again, Venusian energy. When I did an art therapy course once, and you know, it wasn't about how good the art was, but it was more so about what we were trying to express through the art. So if you haven't explored art therapy, you might want to consider it. Or if you're being too precise about your art, you may want to consider letting go a bit and doing being softer with yourself and just creating from a very flow state of mind. Abundance planning. Yes, Taurus, you guys are good at managing your money. So abundance planning. I want to see why the connect with your womb is here. That's a very interesting card. Which deck do I want to use? I have my Ethereal Visions deck, which is beautiful. It's like, it has gold in it. I'll show you the cards. Huh. Okay, why the connect with your womb? I don't think it's a bad card at all. Because there's a rainbow there, so I don't think there's any pain in the womb, but Taurus is very connected to your physical body, although it's not the same way as Aries. But in a way, Taurus does relate to the physical body as well. So, but the womb, I feel, is more of a Cancer card, so I'm interested to see why it's here. Why the womb? Oh. 3 of Wands. Okay. I feel someone's in their masculine energy, and Taurus being ruled by Venus and an earth sign is traditionally feminine, so someone could be need to connect with somebody as an example to go back into that soft feminine energy, and maybe art is a way to go about it. Maybe having a religion to follow, because Taurus is I feel a sign that would stick to tradition, and they would follow religion in that way, not in the spiritual way like Pisces. So maybe you need to you're being called to stick to your roots, you know. Connect. Why the womb? One more for the womb card. Connect. This is just card. Strength. That's a very strong Leo card. Ace of Swords. Someone's very clear about what they want, but they're holding back. And these two cards I feel are quite masculine energy. Could it be a surgery that's coming up? Because the sword is here. But it's saying that it's gonna be okay, and you're very strong to put yourself through it. Because this is a good card, so you're being protected by it, and it's saying that physically your health will be okay because strength is there. Because someone doesn't know how things are going to end up, right? So why? What else for Moon and Taurus? Page of Cups. So being an earth sign, you're probably not very into astrology or tarot unless there's Pisces or 12th or Scorpio 8th, 4th house, Cancer, the water signs and houses, or Neptune there, you know, there can be a lot of factors. So you may be starting to look into these things, but still keeping it at arm's length. Page represents a beginner, but I don't feel beginner energy with the Ace of Swords here and the Strength, because that's a very clear signal that you have a clear mind. This came out in reverse, 8 of Cups. So I think probably through understanding yourself better, it's easier for you to let go and walk away. Someone could be quite young here. Water sign probably. Why did... Oh my god, my card flew. Oh, I need to get my cards. 1 second. I hope my bed isn't too messy. Okay, I'm an old lady. Knight of Swords, again, sword energy, air energy, Four of Swords, air energy, but this is more of a resting energy. So, and Four of Swords can point to a meditative state. Again, it's aligned with, I have so many cards on the table. It's aligned with this card. But someone is taking action or taking a step forward with the Knight and the Ace of Swords. I hope I'm making sense here. Sometimes I feel like it's very abstract. Knight of Wands. Okay, so 2 male energy. Young, but not like child, like young, like probably in your teens or early 20s. I had a teacher once who was Taurus and a very good horse rider, so you may be into that. That's just random fact. What is the Knight of Wands for? Whoop. Someone's watching, studying from afar. It could pertain to love or school. Someone wants to make an offer, but I think the female is not that interested. Could be because of a masculine father figure. Okay, that's for one group. Let me keep the card. Do another one. Because there's so many people watching, like you never know which energy could come out. Okay. I'm gonna pull more self-care cards for another energy of Moon and Taurus. Moon in Taurus. Watch a movie. This is very Taurus, staying at home, being comfortable. Especially if you have Cancer in your chart. There's a cat there with coffee. The hands look like art to me. Someone could be very into making films. Watch a movie, okay. Let's see. Burning bowl, ritual, and family. Yes, Taurus are Moon and Taurus are family people. This is a different, like 2 different energies, I feel. If it's like a negative vibe, I feel like some of you want to distance yourself from family because Tower. So yeah, some of you may want to distance yourself from family physically, and you might not be able to escape the building, so or find a place on your own. So hiding in your room may be the only resolution. They may not agree with your esoteric, beliefs, because Moon is your family as well. Gosh. 5 of Pentacles in reverse. You recently got out of a slightly unstable financial situation. That's interesting. Yeah, Uranus there can make things, you know, this is in reverse, go like either way. But I think that wasn't, why the towel? Oh, that flew out. Eight of Swords. Someone feels trapped, physically trapped in a situation. But why the Queen of Swords? Again, the sword energy is very strong here. So an air sign may be watching, or you may be portraying that at this time, you know, very cutting with words or reverting back to more logical side. I mean, at this point, Moon is in a strong degree of Gemini, 29 degrees with Mercury there. So I feel more so an air sign is watching, because Gemini is a light-hearted energy. Although they can be, you know, savage if they want to. I feel somebody is not the Star. Okay, so there's healing here. There will be healing here. Someone's looking to the Moon and the stars for answers. The Star is traditionally an Aquarius card. Volunteerism might be, you know, volunteering to help families might be very healing for you. The Star also represents a level of fame, or like a level of being exposed to the public. But I feel personally the Star is they don't let it get your head, because there are many stars in the sky. So I once wrote that in a post. There are many stars in the sky, so they see that they're just part of the equation and not like the sun, you know, the main character. Someone's healing from, someone's holding back on saying hurtful things to family and is healing from it, or has healed from it. Yeah, they've let go of the burdens. Healing, temperance, health. Health is looking good. Temperance is a Sagittarius card. Could be going to family. Is not just your blood family. Could be friends that you're very close to, you know. You're no longer waiting for things to just drop on your lap. Okay, I still have a few more minutes, so I'm gonna pull out some more cards. Pillar of Light. Your vibration is rising. You are the Oracle. Some of you may be readers yourself. Protection again, very Taurus energy. Call back your power, cut the cords. Yeah, someone wants to cut cords with family or transformation, deep healing. Cracked open is happening for you, not to you. The ever unfolding rose. So someone's letting things play out or learning to let things play out naturally. Someone needs to find a soul tribe. That's what I'm getting. Like, yeah, with this card, someone is very into all the spiritual stuff, and it's really, even maybe watching this video is really changing your perception on certain things. You're no longer confused. That's good. That's good. The same message keeps coming back. So I might stop here actually. And yeah. I hope this video helps you. Sorry if it wasn't as comprehensive because I don't know that many Moon and Taurus personally. I don't ask everybody for the charts. So if this resonated, I'm glad, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!